I think we're good because we got the art supplies and
Okay.
yeah.
Do we want to buy clothing? Or do we do that all?
We got
bought
the
clothing.
dresses.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh yeah.
You even
Yeah.
paid for it yourself.
I paid for it.
You didn't have to, because Ellen told Red to get some.
And I
for
bought a
you, but-
silk scarf.
Okay. Yeah. You make your way back to Quartermain's. You'd probably arrive at around the same time.
All in all, a successful day.
I just come in with a handful of like folder papers and just make my way upstairs.
I'm actually really hungry now.
Yeah.
Let's see if Aelith can prepare something for us.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm gonna feed Dusk.
Hey, Aelith.
Welcome back.
Any chance dinner being available?
Well, I mean, I can get started now. Be ready probably in 30 minutes.
Oh, sounds good.
Any particular wishes?
Something owls like to eat.
What?
Something that an owl would want to eat. I got an owl.
So
Oh,
meat.
I mean,
A lot of meat.
I'm not quite sure. Do you need like meat raw or?
Yeah, make it. I think
I don't think
for
we have any rats around.
dusk, I guess raw meat is better.
I think so.
All right, and the rest of you?
Yeah, maybe like a steak tartare type of thing. Maybe an owl like that. I don't know.
I would like that.
Meat's been in the cooler. I'm not sure if it that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, for the hour, sure, but for the rest of you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Well, whatever's fine.
Oh, sure. And then
What
just
the
get started. Around half an hour later.
I'm gonna bring my stuff to my room. The canvas stuff and all that.
So listen, Kara, right.
Mm-hmm.
I figure you probably should practice a little bit.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Kind of hanging back because I kind of want to see if anything happens.
So, I mean, I got this stuff that should mostly protect your lips, because, I mean, I don't know, just in case. I'm sure you'll do great, though.
Just in case.
I don't worry about it. Look, this is why we're practicing tonight. I got plenty of healing spells. It's gonna be fine. Mm-hmm. So I think you just try to get a really fine mist and light it up. Yeah.
Sure, I will try.
Give me a performance check.
Uh-huh. 4 months. Six.
You take a swig of alcohol and almost instinctively you just swallow.
Rush just standing there waiting expectantly.
I like blow out air. hold the torch in front of my face.
Maybe not quite enough.
You take another swig, roll me another performance roll.
Six.
This time you do spit, but you don't quite manage to keep your lips pressed together enough. So instead, you just sort of actually spit out this just little stream of alcohol and douse the flames. Some of which just, as it hits the floor, there's a few flames left on the alcohol, but
No, don't worry about it.
I don't know how I'm supposed to make like a mist of alcohol.
Here. I'll try to demonstrate. Let me see. I will try to demonstrate.
give me a performance roll.
Wow.
That's gonna be a 25.
You remember to take a long breath before taking the swig of alcohol in your mouth. And then you push with all your might, and yeah, you spray out this fine mist of alcohol that then rains to the floor.
All right. I'll give you a little boost for this next one, but it's gonna be all you. Don't worry about it. And I'll cast Enhance Aid.
Why don't you just do it if you're so good at
I
it?
gotta play and sing. I can't sing while doing this at the same time. It just doesn't
You
work.
can like do a pause in singing and do that.
I really can't though. That's not how that works. Come on, I'm sure you got it this time.
Sure. It's like just give me
Enhance Aid.
advantage.
Gives you advantage, yeah.
It's a 4 and a 4, I predicted.
True.
Ooh.
This time you
19.
two get it. You saw him take, a long breath before he did it, so you do the same. Take a breath, you take the swig of alcohol in your mouth, and you spray this fine mist through the flame, and there's this long drawn out, almost like a fireball almost.
Hey! There you go, see? Not that hard.
Sure. That was
I'll give
too
a small
bad.
clap.
I just like practice more times until dinner's ready. Well, I'll hop up here and try to convince Thava to like play along with me with her lute
Uh-huh.
while she character practices.
Are
Guess,
you proficient with your lion?
Tools, liar. So I guess yes. Though I'm not great at performance. So I don't. Do I just roll a performance check, or is it something else?
You want me to train with you guys too?
Yeah. Oh, baby.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
For a total of 2.
You struggle to follow along as he plays, simple scales up and down, and you kind of get a little nervous and pluck one string a little too hard and it snaps.
Ah,
Oh,
I'm not very good.
don't worry about it. I mean,
What is it that Soleil is doing?
I'm gonna make a handstand on this balustrade here.
Okay, give me acrobatics.
Red's just working with a bunch of amateurs.
That is a 22.
Yeah,
Except
problem.
Soleil.
You make his handstand while they slink away.
the absolute professional.
And I'll just start walking with my hands along the balustrade.
You're not really doing anything in rhythm, but you're just doing like acrobatics while they're playing. Or trying to.
Oh, Soleil, jump over the flame.
Oh.
That'd be awesome.
How?
With a flip?
Do a flip.
How high am I supposed to jump for that?
Do a kick flip.
Or Kara, just try to aim the flame a little lower this time.
Oh no.
It's gonna be great.
It's okay. I can heal.
That's
Can
what
you
I
also
said,
recover
right?
burnt fur?
Are you jumping from all the way up here? Are you still in your hands?
I don't think I can jump from my hands. Don't think I have the power
I can
for that.
always try.
Sure you can.
It's just
My
acrobatics.
strength is really not that great.
Don't break your neck.
Yeah, just gonna stand on my feet and try to time my jump with her fire breathing.
Okay. Well,
I take no responsibility
give
if this
me
goes
a
wrong.
performance and Soleil give me acrobatics.
You still have advantage.
That's fine. I have a 19.
Have a 20.
It doesn't quite look as great as you'd imagine it to look, but yeah, Kara breathes out this flame in front of her, and Soleil jumps over it
Whoops.
almost a little bit too high, jumping from the balustrade.
I strike a power note. And make it
Thanks.
awesome. This is gonna be a great show, guys. It's gonna be awesome.
That's gonna be great.
It's fine. Like you said, healing duty is an important part of any show.
I know you smell that dinner is ready.
You know, I can summon a horse.
He's gonna jump off a horse over the flames?
There's
I don't know,
plates
maybe the
all
horse
over
could do,
the
like-
dinner table.
Tricks.
Maybe we should ask if Dorks wants to come with us and she can throw a boat.
That was a one-time thing, I'm afraid.
Do you think we should tell Ablin we're gonna eat now? Because I feel like she's not gonna eat at all. Otherwise,
Oh, I got distracted, right? I'll go.
I feel like
I
she
get that.
skipped too many meals already anyway.
It's dinner time, man.
I'll be done in a few minutes.
I'll wait.
What? You don't believe her?
This has happened a few times.
She'll reluctantly put aside her notes on the blight and seeing you hover, and will go and move to go eat. I don't know. You didn't really have to wait. It would have only been a few minutes.
I know.
Edith serves everyone a good helping of scalloped potatoes and a side of stir-fried beef, and he places a small plate with just a few strips of raw meat next to Fava.
Oh, take Dusk out. Place her real gently on the table in front of the pipe.
She hops over to the small plate and starts picking at the meat.
Put my elbows on the table, head in hands, and just watch.
So, Fava, while Soleil is eating, you don't like to eat, and you also don't like silver.
I can eat. I just don't need to eat much.
That's still interesting for any organism, really.
You know, I met some monks not that long ago. They were also very, very restrictive. They didn't eat much.
they were probably meditating and not like moving much, but Thava like had a couple of hell days, and she should be like
Hell day.
diving into food.
That sounds quite daunting. You know. I remember when I had tough couple. I was ravenous. Certainly a good way to get strength, man.
I mean, it's fine. I don't want to force you, but just felt.
Oh, right.
Felt
Speaking
weird.
about. Sorry.
That's fine. You can.
I was going to say, Reginald, speaking about feeling better, I heard what you said about your back. I got you this herbal thing for it.
Oh, that's fun. Why, like, he opens the tin and he sniffs at him. I must say, it's quite a pleasant smell.
I mean, it's supposed to be good for joint pain or something.
Oh, thank you very much. And myself considered of going to some pharmacist or anything of the line.
I figured you might accidentally forget about it and not get to it right away.
No, yes, not that forgetful. Yeah.
No, but you're a busy man, of course.
Yes.
You're extremely forgetful. Forgot that the cook went missing.
No, I mean, cook's here. Someone cooked the food. Is the cook missing? I swear,
The old
I just
cook is
saw-
missing.
Is
Old cook.
Yeah, see?
Oh.
You've forgotten.
Oh,
The old cook.
Maybe. Maybe old. I think the old cook just probably left. I'm sure. I'll remember later. It's just, yeah.
Reginald, can you remember anything about the old cook?
No reply.
Did Aelith put food in front of me?
Yeah.
Well, Papa will eat it.
But does Thava enjoy it?
Fairly blank expression.
So, Evelyn, have you found out anything while we were shopping?
Um,
About
I've-
this building or the ward or something?
no, I've gathered some. Well, as far as the protections on the building, I'm not really sure what happened. There are none that I at least can tell. So either there is a third party involved, or it's magic that I can't decipher. Obviously, there was something keeping those three from entering. But not really sure what it was.
No, I mean, and I've always known that Quartermine's a safe place.
Yes. I'm sure there's a good, solid reason for it. Maybe they're just afraid of the building.
You know,
Probably Reginald.
Nonsense.
Unlikely.
Be afraid of such a
Well-
nice place.
Well, anyone who had any trouble would be afraid of messing it up because it's so lovely.
Could it have been divine protection?
I mean, it's not really my area. I'm tend to not really leave much to things outside of my own control. Sure, it works for some people, but never done me any good.
I'm still curious about this cook that can leave no memories. There's some
Do we
weird
have
things
any memory of the previous cook?
Have we ever met him?
Right.
No, that was before your time. You haven't
Okay.
been at Quartermains for too long.
Okay.
Maybe it was the Celestial that granted protection.
It's possible. When I checked the building, at least, there was nothing.
Yeah, where's the Celestial now?
In the library.
What would happen if you try throwing a rock at the building?
You can try it out.
By the way, why would a Celestial... Like, do we know something about Celestials? Do they live in, like, heaven or on another plane or...
You've heard, like, actually give me a religion. Or an arcana check.
Arcana +0, History +0.
As he's bringing this conversation up, can I see if I'm aware of anything?
Yeah, sure.
A 9 for me.
$24.
Well, Soleil, much like demons, you've heard of angels, which sometimes you've heard to refer to as, the Celestials. You've heard mostly in, wizard stories, adventure stories, and books, sort of more fantastic things. They are definitely not sort of very present on the material plane. They're certainly more angelic beings serving God or another. So depending on whether or not the god is from another plane, perhaps they are too. But then again, you don't know that much about gods either.
Yeah, because Soleil's wondering why a celestial being would ride a burning rock that's falling to the ground.
Was it
Evelyn-
running or burning up?
Yeah, that's what he imagines happened.
Right,
He doesn't
right.
know what happened.
Evelyn, you know that Celestials are home to more outer planes. Certainly more ethereal beings, at least full Celestials. You've heard of things like Asima, descendants of Celestials, but even for them it's a faint connection of a bloodline.
Okay. It's a mystery as to why she is in the condition she is, and why there are others that are after her.
Must have something to do with the blight.
She's still very much unresponsive. Even
Miss-
trying to see for her mind. Walled in, sort of, so there's no way to reach her currently.
Do you think she will recover?
Well, state of her body is certainly improving, but I don't see any large changes in the last 2 days. She's alive, that's all I can say.
How did I get to this plane?
Almost exactly the same way. You plummeted out of the sky like a meteor wreathed in flames. You too left a small crater in the side of the mountain, further north. But you awoke in your armor intact.
Right. So I just woke up uninjured, or maybe not uninjured, but I was able to
You were
walk.
probably severely exhausted in
Yeah.
that condition, but you recovered rather quickly.
I'm sure she's strong. Something horrible must have happened.
What's your connection to these celestials?
Well, something very similar happened to me.
You can see Soleil choking on his food. You what? You also fell from the sky?
Yes.
What? He just doesn't know what to say anymore.
That's interesting. How did it feel?
Unpleasant. It was quite
It took
hurtful,
you
and I
a
had just...
couple of days to wake as well? Or?
No, I was in a much better condition. I got up pretty quickly. I still had my armor and everything. I mean, I was really weak. I was feeling really weak and bad.
You perhaps suppose she fell from higher distance?
Maybe she's from further away, or someone hurt her before she fell.
So, were you like able to steer the stone you were riding, or how exactly did it work?
What? What stone?
The meteor.
There wasn't a meteor?
Oh. He looks disappointed.
I feel like it's more impressive that there wasn't a meteor.
So you
Was
just
it your-
fell down.
Choice to take a trip from where you are.
Definitely not. Well, I guess technically it was my choice. I wasn't sure exactly what would happen, but I made the deal, so... Guess I couldn't stay there.
Is there any chance that the deal she made was worse for some reason?
That could be. The being that I had to make the deal with isn't exactly trustworthy or nice.
Why did you make such a deal?
Well, I had no choice. I had hoped it would save us, save the garden. That's obviously wrong.
Which garden?
The garden. The garden.
Of souls.
Yes.
What were you doing there exactly?
I lived there.
In a garden of souls.
Yes.
How should I imagine a normal day in the life of a person that lives in
Oh,
the...
that's quite preposterous. I'm pretty sure that would make you a devil. Hasn't been a day one's planned for thousands of years.
Exactly.
So what made you come here? What was threatening the garden, rather?
Not sure. It was just darkness, some evil.
You said earlier you thought it might be the blight.
Yes, I think it must have something to do with the blight.
How long ago did this happen?
I think so, like a year.
Did you say a year? Because you were cut off a little bit.
I think so.
Okay. So then you jumped through a interplanar portal and fell down from the sky?
No, I didn't jump through a portal. It was just... I don't know, my memory's kinda foggy.
I see. I don't want to pry too much, but the story is quite the story.
Assuming it's a different plane of existence, would it seem reasonable that it was a type of interplanar or outerplanar travel or moving through planes? Would you have been aware that you were going to be falling?
I think, yeah, I was falling.
Is it something that someone else could have forced you to do if they wanted to?
Yes. Well, you see, we made a deal with something.
Something. You can see his Soleil's eyes perk. Not eyes, sorry, ears, of course. Perk up. He's
We
like,
had to pay a price, and that price was very high. And I couldn't stay in the garden anymore without it. Without what I gave up.
This deal maker sounds suspicious to me.
Out of curiosity, do you mind if I ask who this person or entity was that you mean to deal with?
Do I know a name, Beggar? Or do I just know the...
You do not know a name.
It's an ancient being. Very powerful.
Ukatoa.
Ukatoa.
You would know that what type of being it was.
Yeah.
As per description. But yeah, you do not know a name. But you also know that you would know that names, at least two names of, entities like these are powerful, and
Right.
usually that's why they are kept.
Also, how long exactly was this ago? Can't find it in the notes.
I don't think we ever fully.
Yeah.
Well, you already said a year. There you go.
Well, I think it was like, yeah,
Well,
around
in
that.
case of some of the reversions around the same, definitely before before your thing, Thava, for obvious reasons.
Ahoo, ahoo.
You must have been
He's-
really desperate if you tried to fight darkness with darkness then.
Yes. We were very desperate. We. It was the only thing we still had.
So how many gardeners were there before when you left?
Hundreds?
It's not sorry. It's not such slow. How many gardeners were there?
Yeah, that's the lay for you here. Uh, how many gardeners were there? Because maybe you know this person that's up there and maybe you just don't recognize her because she's so burned up.
Maybe. I don't know how she would have survived for this long. If. Well, maybe part of. Or. No, I guess I would know that part of the garden is still there. Or at least
Well,
something. It's not completely
You
destroyed.
feel that it is not gone.
Yeah.
You feel some sort of connection, and you do feel the connection to the being you made the deal with. Still
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
So, just so I get this right, this Garden of Souls is made so... is there to grow new souls, or how exactly does it work?
No, it's a place where souls of mortals come to after their mortal bodies have died.
Oh, I think, didn't we hear something about it's like closing or something and no souls can like
Yeah.
get out of there anymore or something? Okay, I remember.
I think it was more
So all
Get it.
souls go there?
No, just those who.
I mean, those of you with deeper knowledge of these
Oh, yeah.
things could also give me a religion check.
No, all souls go there except those claimed by other gods, I think. Or all those who want to, at least.
I definitely won't roll on religion.
I was almost in that 20. That's only a 4.
What exactly happens to the souls in the garden?
They just exist there.
So it's like a peaceful place for them to be.
Yes.
It sounds.
It's a place place for them to rest. So they aren't lost to the maelstrom of elemental chaos.
What
And-
is... Oh yeah.
What happens? Like, so the souls they just sit there? They, over time, centuries, just keep gathering more and more souls?
Yeah, and what was your job there?
Why? Yeah, they just were there. They just live.
As,
I
as
guess.
more and more souls would come to the garden would grow.
Yeah. I took care of the garden.
How
And
do
I
you like water the souls, or what exactly?
You
No,
need special
we-
soul water.
did not water the souls.
Like a garden that the souls can walk through that's nice. I don't think they grow them.
Oh, there.
Yeah, but yeah. Just try to imagine like what was she like really doing, like standing there and casting spells to protect everyone, or just standing there and looking at it and make it beautiful by just looking at it. I don't know how this
Sorry?
works.
Well,
Just we were just guards.
for Kara to answer the question, obviously, this is not me answering the question for you. You would have guided souls to and from the garden and basically spend a lot of time in meditation and prayer to tend to the garden, or, actually patrolling the plane to protect it from harm otherwise.
Right. Yes.
I see. That makes
At
sense.
before everything. Well, before the darkness attacked, there were around 1,000 of us. But by the end of it, probably less than 100.
What was this darkness? Was it? Did it have a goal? Did it want something?
I don't know, it just came over the garden, took hold of the skies, and ripped through the whole plane. It disintegrated souls. There's nothing we could do. Killed so many of us.
And how did the steel breaker approach you then? Did he just appear all of a sudden? Out of nowhere, or did you know
No.
him before?
We actually approached it.
Mm-hmm.
It was sealed away in the garden. And the only part of the garden... Oh wait, no. No, it was the only thing that could hold back against the darkness. We knew it was dangerous in itself, but it wasn't worse than the darkness.
Who knows, maybe that was even the plan of the darkness to free this even darker being.
I don't know, I don't think so. Being promised to keep off the darkness, to protect the garden. Such
What was the
deal
cost?
by powerful beings. Well, we had to free it from its prison, from its seal, and it took a lot of strength. A lot of power.
So the remaining souls were safe.
I hope so.
Couldn't you just move the souls?
It's not about the souls, it's about the garden.
I would think that the souls would be the more important part.
No, the souls are just one part of the garden. The garden is the place where they can exist in serenity and without judgment. Souls come and go, but garden is forever.
Where do the souls go?
I assume they are reborn.
So, other than with the elemental chaos, of course, a soul in the garden is also a soul that can be summoned
Right.
to be potentially, pulled back to the material plane. Otherwise, souls would just remain in the garden.
Right.
Do the keeper souls return to the garden too? When they die? Do they die or do they live forever? Where you come from?
Didn't
None
die.
of the Devas ever died,
Yeah.
at least as long as you were in the garden. None of
Now
you had
and-
ever any reason to leave.
Yeah. Death was not thing in the garden.
So how old are you?
I'm not sure.
Couldn't
Time
tell
wasn't
you.
really a thing either.
What do you mean old? What is time?
Yeah. See, it was quite the change coming here without my powers. Without anything. Simply stuck in this weak, mortal body.
So you were immortal.
I think so.
Like there's a difference between being immortal and being outside of time.
Yes, I probably could have been killed, but there was no reason for that ever. No fights, no violence, just peace.
Was there alcohol in the garden?
It was probably like nectar or something.
Or is that something you just learn to love down here?
Nectars. Are you bees?
All the alcohol helps to forget. Takes like a big gulp.
You know, after what you've told us, I begin to understand why you drink so much, actually.
Yeah. I lost everything. My home, my family, my powers. There's no way back. And I don't even know if it was worth it, if I even did anything, or if it just made it worse.
I mean, it's not much, but you've gained us at least.
Guess.
Yeah, really not
And
much.
now this place is
Sorry.
being destroyed as well by the same darkness.
Maybe possible to find more and continue to help. even from here. I mean, I'm certainly not an expert, but there are plenty of stories of, like, I don't know how true they are, but how the gods came to be, or how that type of thing happened.
What do you mean?
I mean that you should never abandon hope. That's what I mean.
Stares into her drink.
Right, well, I've got some more research to do. I should probably get back to that.
Soleil looks at his plate and is surprised that some of his food has turned cold because he was so concentrated on talking to Kara that he forgot to eat. Did Dusk at least finish her meal?
Yeah.
Cool.
He didn't listen at all.
I thought you said Dusk was a she.
I said she,
Okay.
but I mean I
Okay.
did.
Uh-huh.
It sounded
mean?
like a he.
Didn't
I
was stretching at the same time. So
Wow. Boy.
anything else anyone wants to do before?
Drink a lot.
For the long rest.
You know what? Soleil walks over to Kara and drinks with her.
We're all
gonna be two alcoholics.
And
Everything's
after
gonna
the first after the first gulp, he's how can you drink this?
Papa's gonna go upstairs with Dusk to the library.
You get used to it.
I don't think the stuff you light on fire is what you're supposed to do. Never mind.
Are we drinking the like fire breath?
If you want fire,
Probably one and the same.
Absinthe.
It's a really strong rum.
I'll stay there. I'm just gonna wait until they pass out so I can put them to bed. Basically. I mean, I continue trying to cheer them a little bit with company and.
I mean, after that first sip, Soleil isn't gonna like completely go crazy, but he's gonna try and drink a bit more at least.
This campaign is gonna end with everyone like at the press rack and the visions are just bar crawls.
No!
Never.
Don't pull them out.
Okay, yeah, you drink for a while more and after a while you settle back to sleep.
Can I examine the Burns lady?
Give me an investigation roll.
Investigation. 16.
Yeah. Definitely the body of a woman burned. She is breathing. Very low, but surprising that after burns of this magnitude, it's not even really that she has any like burn wounds, any blisters. She's more just charred. But
I wanna-
otherwise seems somewhat fine.
I want to cast Beacon of Hope on her.
What does that do?
For the duration, each target has advantage on wisdom saves and distinct throws, and gains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast a level 4 Cure Wounds.
You
It's
see
36.
the charred exterior recede slowly. There's still some. It's almost like she's still covered in ashes. Her body seems in much better condition, but other than that, there's no other reaction from her.
Is all the charring gone, or only some of it?
Some of it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast. I have a question. How would Beacon of Hope work with life transference?
Give me the text of. Hold on, just.
Like, would I take the maximum damage, or would I just take normal damage and the healing would be maxed?
You would just take normal damage.
I
Oh,
think
Well,
so.
I think you get health depending on how much you deal. So.
No, I
doesn't
take
change
damage.
anything.
Yeah, and
Okay,
you
hold
taking
on. So
damage doesn't
person-
really
You take
isn't
48.
really affected by the beacon, I think.
If you cast Beacon of Hope on, yeah, it's still equal to twice the necrotic damage you take. So
But
since
Beacon
you
of
I think
don't,
Hope
there
max
was,
is...
you,
uh,
you don't roll 48 healing separate from the damage that you roll on
Right.
yourself.
So I would still Beacon of Hope wouldn't apply to it at all.
Yes.
Okay. I'll still do it
Since it's
anyways, I
entirely
guess.
dependent on the damage you take. Because after you take damage, you receive a flat number, basically.
It's 48. I need... Who stacked my d8s?
Probably you.
No, I don't believe you.
If you found a way to maximize the necrotic damage of you, you would also heal the maximum, but
Oh, that's pretty good. 21, so I heal for 42.
yeah, the rest of the charring is gone. In front of you lies a female with incredibly pale and smooth skin. Her breathing is the same.
Okay. I don't have it prepared. Big oof. I guess that's all. Guess I'll, yeah, that's all. Let's leave. Go find a room.
wander
Oh, shit.
around, knocking on rooms.
We got a toilet.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Didn't we, like, in the morning show you which 2 rooms were free?
I think it
Find
was
out this-
that one, yeah. Okay.
One of the 3 that aren't customized at all.
Wow.
Clap, clap.
Okay. You take your long rest and you awaken the next morning. Evelyn, you lose that last level of
Oh, thank goodness.
exhaustion.
Nice.
Just to die twice today again.
I know.
Now we get level up twice.
yes.
Cool. Level 10 it is. That's even 3 times, but
I
you
know.
know
I was
what?
like, all right, you know, we're jumping.
For doing it, we're doing it.
You level up to level 20, let's go.
Let's go!
Now we can fight gods.
No, we are gods!
Ah!
So what is the level 20 thing? Get my third extra attack. Nice.
I don't even want to know what kind of damage you can deal on a freaking level 20 3 attacks action surge superiority die.
Yeah, bardic battle bardic inspiration, everything. Just
Gonna be great.
Okay, what are your plans for the day? What do you
Already-
wait until the evening and the ball?
I want to
I'd
spend
also ask you at this point, because it has been 5 hours, do you guys want to keep going, or do you want to save the ball for next?
I want to say save the ball for next time.
yeah, I think it's a
Yeah.
good time to
Reasonable.
make a cut.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Then we will end here.
Thank you for the session, Beggar.
Thanks,
I didn't
Becca.
even